Hey guys, Capricorn King here, presenting you a higher state of consciousness as we are the cosmos condensed into this carbonized subatomic structure. Do you want your life to be more auspicious into the direction that you want it to be? Okay, you found the right YouTube channel. So today's topic is mainly about other people, the external reality. What is the external reality? The external reality is what seems separable from the focal point of what you are, but it implies itself within itself. But some people are at different levels and columns of consciousness and varying resonances, so they're not on the same, let's call it, tangential floor of what you may be on at your current phase of consciousness. So basically this video is about when you start to permeate the densities of the mundane, boring, everyday kind of shit. Oops, I swore. Oh dear, profanity seems to be perceived as something negative. It depends what context you put it in. If you're being exuberant and expressive, then why does it matter if you swear? You know, this dualistic perception of negative, positive, these oscillations are keeping us in the mundane planes because these are just interpretations and perceptions, blah de blah. Anyways, I want to get to the point. This video is about other people and the influence on what they can have on us if we are not fortified and know our true state of sovereignty, which is implicit in every single vessel of the apertoire in which you're expressing yourself from another place, reverberating your blueprint energy. So when you start to permeate these veils and traverse the layers of the densities of that stagnant, perpetual kind of lower realms, root chakra kind of relative states of consciousness, where nothing's in alignment, it's disorientated. The hemispheres are disorientated in the brain. The chakras aren't activated and vivified into the capacity that they should be. So the wheel ain't spinning. If the wheel ain't spinning how it should, then the perception is a falsity. It's a reality. It's your subjective reality of what you're subsumed within, an encapsulation of, which you reverberate out as within, so without, no matter what state you are in. So today's video is about this and how other people can impede your fluidity of this expression, of traversing these realms. Because when you do, you become more expressive. Others don't like this. Other people fucking hate it. And do you know why? Because these people, it's a reflection of something, of an expression they know they could be, but don't know how to quite activate. So it's a dormant part of them, which you should reflect a state of eliciting that out of them from being your expressive version of you as an expression of God condensed into this carbonized subatomic structure of this projection, you should have a positive effect on them. But no. Doesn't seem that way, does it? Does it, Tony? Does it? What? You're not interested? Oh, sorry. One of my spirit guides. People are ostracising me now, aren't they? Because they think I've hit the fucking shithole. No, I'm not insane. I'm not insane. But wait a minute, it's an insane person would exactly say that. Because you're blind to your own insanity. No, I'm not insane. Just eccentric. And I will allow that to reverberate and permeate these veils. Because insanity is actually quite the opposing to the mundane perception. Because they're just conforming to instilled ideologies and frameworks that have solidified neurally in their mind of a false reality, and they call you insane. Get out of here, okay? Get yourself out of here. I tell you now. Anyways, I don't have a spirit guide called Tony. It's just a reference point, a humour reference point to induce frivolity. Anyways, by the way, I don't give a shit anymore. I couldn't give a shit anymore. I have let go. I was letting go, but now I feel like I've let go. Maybe there's still some residual there, and that's okay. Because your soul chooses this. Let's get back to the point. The main fundamental thing here, which is other people. Others. Other people. So, these people, when you start to express yourself, they will try and bring you down. There's an analogy, I read a book and there's an analogy, I don't know what guy it was called, David Hawkins, yeah. He said, when one crab, say there's a pit of crabs and someone's been fishing, there's a crate of crabs, one crab will try to climb out, and the others, all conglomerated and into one small box, which exemplifies the mind in which it's being reduced into. One small box, a crab will try and climb out of it. If it actually discovers that it can just climb right out of that box, the other crabs pull them right back in to the pit, to the chasm of despair and anguish, animosity. They get pulled right back in. You've got to be the strong crab that's got a strong enough claw to climb out of that thing, and you have. That's why you're watching these videos. That's why you was enticed into watching this. So so the crabs, it's a good analogy. It perfectly describes how we are on a collective, pervasive, societal structure, the false edifice that's been neurally instilled, like drip fed almost, so you're desensitized to it. We need to resensitize and redirect our desire. Can't get rid of desire. So these people, when they see a reflection of what you now are, and your desire is being redirected into something higher, instead of low vibratory ionic wavelength stimulus that we're enticed by through the ego. The ego will fight to preserve its identity, I, reference point, and I, thinking there is an actual singular individualized you experiencing this when it's not. Dentity, indentation, a dint within you, a you that you think you are, identity. It is false. Can't dissipate, it can only be transcended while you're here. But it's a part of the experience, external experience, as if there's an external world that you're facing, when you're not. So these people, when you try to express yourself, all they will have to say, have you experienced this? is something negative. It's not you. They're trying to, as a reflex and kind of dissonance, they will try and create an inversion back into you as if you're the problem, and that what you're doing is an expression of God, the perennial force which we're all animate of, which transmits through us, which wants to blossom like a flower, bloom like the summer time. It wants to do that. The soul wants to do that. And when they see this, they fucking hate it. So what they will do is try to occlude that within you. Try to induce a state. They're doing it subconsciously as a reflex of what of their lack of worth, and they'll invert it on you. So then you feel in a deprivation. And they will do this, but you have to fortify yourself with this and realise and really see why this is happening, where this is a derivative from, and that it's not actually you, it's not your fault. But we have a proclivity when we're on this spiritual journey sometimes to revert back into that state, because we buy into what people say, we believe it, it's just a belief. Like all the doctrines that have been inculcated in us through school and everything, and we've become like docile, domesticated animals. Bah! Do you want to be a sheep or a lion? Be a lion. Operate through your own volition and protect your pack, your tribe, your sub-circle of friends, spiritual warriors that have come to propagate the message of a higher service. Be that and know you are that, because these people will try and ruin this for you. It's not their fault, they just need love. So you have to respond, which is response-able. Be responsible. Tony Robbins once said this. Responsible to me means you respond through your own autonomy, and you don't reflex react to mirror, to exacerbate, augment. It becomes augmented, amplifies the negative from you reacting, which is to be on the same resonance. You got to respond and think. Take that in. When they try and make you feel like nothing, spiritually, just take a step back. Not literally. That would be very dramatic. But take a step back and just observe. Observe them for a bit. Maybe stare them in the eye, not too intensely. We don't want to scare these people, because you're all powerful divine souls, remember that. Right? And just respond. Just respond to it. And continue to do what you do. Continue to do you. Don't let it impede it. You can only allow that. Fortify yourself from the frequency they're emitting. Let it reverberate back onto them, but through you responding through your own volition, like a lion, and just roaring, not in an egocentric manner, in an expressive spiritual way. Don't misinterpret this. This ring I didn't buy because of my ego, because of the opulence of it, the ostentatiousness. I'm not enticed by these things, else I wouldn't be in this council flat right now with no job. Because I want to create my own reality, and not through the filter of the system that's being imposed on us. That's not of servitude to us. We are subservient to it. So that implies that it's exploiting us collectively, and our internal intrinsic resources are being completely dried out, substituting our state of sovereignty. So people that judge you are a part of that, and they don't know a way out of it. Show them through your expression. If they don't want to see that, they will have to reflect, introspect deeply, and they will do it in their own time. Everyone, when you go out in society, it's a big facade. Everyone's masquerading how they truly feel. Everybody is. They're all just like you. They are no better, and if they think they are, see them as below. You are your own king here and queens. Remember that and be that. This video is about that. How to regain that, your sovereign state. Because it's time now. It is time. We have cyclical phases and we're coming out of the age of Pisces, dualistic perception, and people getting one over on each other because they perceive someone else as a separable corporeal body, distinguishable from them, when other people are you. They are you. They are a reflection of you directly. They are not something outside of yourself. This is the illusion, you see. This is the illusion. And there's many methodologies which the people were under subjugation of and subservient to. They have used so many methodologies to kind of preserve this, they preserve the falsity in us neurologically, and it creates it creates like a stratified iridescent reality, as if all the little intricate bits are doing themselves for what they are when they're not. They're all constituent and they're all interacting and interrelated. It's like all biolocative. It's a big illusion. It is one integrated source, one integrated infusion, and you are a part of that. Don't allow people to take this from you, what you know you are, through the heart, through the omniscience of what you are. Anyway, this video, I'm going to finalize it now, and I will be right back at you. This has been Capricorn King on YouTube. Subscribe, like this video, add me on Instagram, Capricorn_King9, not the word number, you know what I mean, just 9 on its own. Thank you guys, I am out, love you.